this is going to produce a lot more people who genuinely know how to cook, or do you think it's going to be just a disasters in the kitchen with people trying to learn how to cook? Or do you think it's a process of both, one leading to the other?
Well, probably both, but I do think that more and more people may realize how difficult it is to cook and or time consuming, as opposed to take out or just go into a drive-through real quick. And once it's over, I think more and more people will do a little bit more at home.
Another thing that we've been seeing is a lot more creativity in people's kitchens as of late, because they're not being able to eat their fast food that they like, not being able to go out and have dinners. They're being really creative. Even I myself have started grilling a lot more lately. Do you think that's a good thing, or do you think this could be, a human tragedy going on with some of the disasters people are cooking up in their kitchens?
No, I think for now it's fine, but I think by the time that all the restaurants you can get back out, people are going to be ready to get back out of their kitchens.
Do you think that'll have more effect on people's diets? Kind of like, since they've been forced to, they can't go out to eat so much. Do you think they've been forced to be more creative in the kitchen as well?
I see that. I see it on social media. There's several posts of what's for dinner tonight, and people get creative, and I think they're actually learning to cook again, that's a good thing.
Do you think it's good creative or bad creative? Do you think some people are coming up with some
50,
truly disturbing
50.
things, or do you think it's all in good health and good
for
fun?
the most part, it's been good. It's been good health and creative ways to use healthy foods.
So no ground beef a la ramen and
Yeah,
stuff like
there
that.
is that too. Yes.
Okay.
I think people may realize that it's kind of fun and rewarding. That look, there it is. That was pretty good. I didn't have to go out to get that. Now, hopefully, more and more parents are maybe having dinner with their children, and if they could put this up long enough to converse with the children, and I'm talking about the children with these, then I think that would be a better thing.
Do you think that being limited to only so many things that we can do, such as outside activities, you can't go and do things with your friends at the moment, you can't go have parties, go get food with your friends, you can't do that kind of thing. You can be active though. Do you think that you're going to see an increase in people interested in your Ironmans, your triathlons, your long distance races? Do you think you'll see an increase of that because of this, since it's kind of the only thing we can do at the moment?
I definitely think that there's more people cycling at this time and getting out and just walking. And maybe they're starting to run, just thinking, oh, I've always wanted to try that, but never had the time. And that would be great. And especially now that the weather's getting pretty here. I've seen so many people out, which is wonderful, even in my neighborhood, just taking walks and walking the dogs and stuff. But yes, I do think there'll be a lot of people more interested. I don't know about in the long distances, but at least to get out there and exercise.
Do you think that's, as you were saying, do you think hiking and more not necessarily race endurance, but do you think just more outdoor activity like hiking, kayaking, boating, things where people can still isolate themselves but still be out in nature? Do you think we're going to see a rise in that after this, after people have kind of been forced into it?
I hope so. I'm thinking, if you do anything 3 to 4 weeks, it becomes a habit, and it looks like we're going to be 3 or 4 weeks of doing this. Yeah. So I'm hoping we're a healthier society because of it.
So it seems that you thoroughly believe this will introduce some more self-sufficiency amongst folks.
I think so. Yes, and we're seeing people out now walking their dog. We're seeing on their bikes, and I think once it's over, they may realize, that wasn't so bad. I can still do that.
Yeah.
I can still work, and I can get up maybe an extra 15 or 30 minutes and do a walk. I'm as an endurance athlete, I do a lot of walking, and it just is a good exercise for me, and it's not quite so harmful to my body as
Yeah.
the constant pounding of a run.
Yep.
Maybe have to, now I'm not talking about a leisure walk, I'm talking about maybe a 14-minute pace, which is pretty brisk, but nevertheless, it's still in 30 or 45 minutes, you've got a good workout, Seth. Very good.
So I think that, a lot of people are saying this is going to really cause us to not only question, you being on the business side of this as well. This is really kind of going to show us more on the lines of how we can and can't consume.
Yes.
It's going to change the way I believe that we as Americans consume things, because we're starting to see what we can and cannot live without. We're really starting to see what we waste money on and stuff like that. We're starting to see what our bare essentials are. Do you think that will change? Do you think the way we consume
It
will
could.
change because of this?
I hope people, I know we have. We're doing with a lot less than what we were, and really not suffering because of it.
You're finding other ways to fill your time right now. Like you're making masks for the hospitals, right?
Yes. I'm not a very good seamstress, but this was something that I wanted to do from the very beginning when our daughter works at one of the local hospitals, and I knew that they would probably need them at some point. But for a while it was said that, they would have enough, and then all of a sudden it came out that no, they need them.
Oh, yeah.
So I got busy and tried to figure it out, and have sewn masks, and that's given me a different purpose and a different way to occupy my time when you are sitting there thinking, what is going on here,